welcome to another jewelry making video brought to you by keepsakecrafts.net. Today we'll be making these pretty ceramic and crystal earrings, and we'll be making our own head pins. It's easier than you might think. To make these earrings you will need some beads. What I have here are 12 millimeter ceramic beads, and I've gone through the strand and picked out two that match. You'll also need 4 4mm crystal bicones and 4 3mm silver-plated round beads. You'll need 2 silver-plated ear wires and some 20 gauge. This is sterling silver filled, but if you have silver wire, that's sterling silver wire, that's fine too. But you'll need just a few inches of 20 gauge wire. For tools, you'll need something to hammer on, like a bench block or a small anvil. You'll need a hammer and a chasing hammer. This is one with a round face, not a flat face, a round face. You may need a file, and then our usual jewelry making tools, chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and wire cutters. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and leave our wire on the spool. That way you have something easy to hold on to. And if necessary, use a pair of nylon jaw pliers just to straighten out a few inches of the wire. And one step that's very important here is before we start hammering, I'm going to use flush cut pliers, and you'll see this side gives a flush cut whereas this side gives an angle cut. So I'm going to make a flush cut on the wire. This is important so that you have a nice shape to your wire. And if you're using sterling silver wire or even the silver filled, I save those little bits for recycling. Next, I'm going to put just the end, like the last ½ inch, ¼ inch of the wire on my bench block, or in this case my little anvil, and then just start tapping it lightly with your hammer. And you can see right away it's starting to spread out. You just keep tapping away. You don't need to be Hercules here, just light taps do the job. And there you have it. And because we did a flush cut here, this has a nice shape to it. So I'm going to just flare it out a little bit more, aiming mostly just for the end of that piece of wire. And there you go. Now if your shape goes off a little wonky on you, you can always take a file and just smooth that out. But this one actually came out pretty good. And now I'm just going to cut that off, and there you have a head pin. I'm going to cut it off, let's see. I think I'm going to make a wrap loop at the top, so I'm going to cut it off a good 3 inches or so from there. Now let me bring my beads back in. There we are. Now I opted to put one of these little silver spacers on first because I was concerned with my crystal bead that this thinned out area would act as a wedge and could possibly crack my crystal. So that's why I decided to put on the little silver bead, and that's kind of a pretty accent at the end. So we put on a 3mm silver bead, a 4mm crystal bicone, one of your ceramic focal beads, and then reverse the order. Crystal and a silver bead, and now it's time to just make a wrap loop. And I'm going to do this very nice and neat just because the look of this earring calls for that. Grasp right where it comes out of the last bead with chain nose pliers, make a 90-degree bend, tuck in round nose pliers right in that bend. Start to wrap a loop. Reposition your pliers so you can finish the loop. Both wires should be at 90 degrees to each other. And then go ahead and hold on to that loop with your chain nose pliers. And I love using my bent chain nose pliers to do wrapping. It just grabs and is easy. And now we're just going to wrap that wire right below that loop. 2 nice neat wraps. Trim the excess wire with your wire cutters. Don't forget to save the excess. And if you need to tuck in that end, go ahead. The last step is to use chain nose pliers to open your ear wire. And then close it. And then if you need to, take a look at how your earring is hanging. You want that paddle facing front. So what I'm going to do is hold on to that loop, which the way the ear wires are oriented, the loop and the paddle will face the same way. So I'm going to hold on to that loop with one pair of pliers, grab that paddle with the other, and just twist it so that they're both facing the same way. And there you have it, your own custom-made ear wires. It's a good idea, by the way, to make these both at the same time so that you can compare them and be sure that they're the same size. So here are these dainty earrings all finished, but I thought you might be interested in seeing the results if you use a heavier gauge wire. These are done with 12 gauge copper wire. Same technique, perhaps a little bit more hammering, but you can see you get quite a different look. So here's another look at the earrings we made today. I hope that you like this project and that you'll give making your own paddled headpins a try. It's fun and kind of empowering to realize that instead of having to use only purchased findings, we can actually make many of our own. Thank you for watching Keepsake Crafts videos. Here are a couple more videos you might enjoy. Also, please be sure to click subscribe so that you subscribe to this channel, don't miss a thing. Click the thumbs up if you like this video. And check out my blog, keepsakecrafts.net, where you'll find lots more creative ideas and inspiration. Have a good one. Bye-bye.